bit spooky. She grew up playing with voodoo dolls. Sleeps with a blade underneath her pillow. Sleep in the bedroom down the hall. Well, my girl, she's a little antisocial. Hung a sign on our front porch, said, we got insurance with no Jesus. But if you want to need them, just knock on that door. My gal's pretty good to me. She's loved me for all these years. If she'd be the place I'd start investigating if I were to ever disappear.
Well, here we are again. Episode number 3 of Back It Up, Terry. I'm so glad y'all have been enjoying our show. Man, I just can't even tell you how nervous I was to do the first one. I'm still a little nervous on the third one. But with great reviews, still looking for sponsors. I will throw that out there. We trying to get some sponsors. I know we got the Napa hat here. Thomas, come on in on this show. I know you sponsor other shows, but come on in. But after with great reviews last week, I had no choice but to bring back one of my very close friends, Mr. Keaton Kell.
Well, thank you for having me again. I'm honestly shocked. I figured, I would probably get run out of here on a rail.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, what I got to tell you is Keaton done has his own slogan for the show.
I didn't come up with it.
He said he had a little rant today, and we've got Sullins' rant, and I ain't give y'all Terry's take on nothing yet, but we have Terry's take at some point in time. We're going to do a little kale raising at some point in time on today's show.
Good one.
Good one.
I think, did that get stolen from Brian Kell?
Probably Brian Kell. That's some kinfolk of yours, right?
Yes, it is.
I tell you what, speaking of Brian Kell, man, Ben Lomond Connect message board, y'all chime in anytime you want to. Brian Kell, one of the best humans, just salt to the earth, just good dude. We could really learn something from him.
We should.
I mean, you're kin to him. You ought to, try.
Though, we are related, and we did not know each other until adult age. I mean, just not the same circle,
I can see me not wanting to know you till adult age.
I resemble that statement. Why do you want to talk about me like that?
I did not want to talk about you. There's a lot of people that don't want to know me in adult age.
That's how we're going to start this episode off. Huh?
Oh, well,
okay.
I mean, hey, shots fired.
It's on.
It's on. I'm not scared.
You shouldn't be.
So, Kale?
Yes, sir.
Got anything you want to bring to the table today?
Man, I do. And I'm going to hit you with this. This stems from...
Start us off easy. It's early.
It will be easy.
Okay.
You said, let's raise some kale, so we're...
Kale raising.
This is not really that, but it's something I wanted to point out that I thought about after we talked about the whole social media thing and McMinnville chatter.
Dude,
and all that.
Before you say anything else, let's give it up to whoever does the editing. I think that's Jeff Simmons that does the editing. Man, he caught a clip of you. I don't want to live in that world.
Well,
that ought to be like a meme. I don't want to live in that world.
You should be quiet because it probably will be now.
It will be. I like memes.
Well, what I've thought about, and something that truly bothers me, and all you people out there in Warren County have seen it at some point or another, is somebody will ask something about the county or say something about our hometown or our home county, and it seems like everybody piles on, and it's always complaining about it, about, oh, there's nothing here, or you got to go, you got to get out of there, or, this is a terrible place. And I know not everybody thinks that way, but there is a very vocal minority that brings that up every time.
Me and you and Southern stand out in the parking lot the other day talking about that if you got 4 good wheels and tires on your vehicle and one of them falls off, the only one you care about at that time is when it fell off.
That's right.
The people that gripe.
Well, and that's
bad news always spreads faster than good news.
You're right. And I accept that. It's just sometimes it makes me want to talk to those people and say, hey, you know what? this is what you make it. And especially the comments and I realize maybe they don't get out and see as many people or know as many people or whatever. But they talk about it being, you have to know somebody or you have to, be in the clique or whatever. I don't really view it that way. And it's because I guess I am outgoing, but I love our hometown and I love our county because of the connections that we have with people.
And I'll even go further than that with that right there is, we won't name no people. We'll just call a spade a spade. Do you run around with some rich people?
I have some
very
wealthier
rich
friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you run around with some less fortunate people?
Absolutely. That's probably the bulk.
and would you consider us middle class?
Yes.
All right. I got friends across the board everywhere, and when I was in school, I could run around with the rich people. I could run around with the people that was like me, and I could run around with for lack of a better word, the pot smokers.
There you go.
Now there was pot smokers also and the rich too, but they hit it more than the.
Well, it's a different time.
And when I think about that, going back to high school days, you had the pot smoker, rebel, redneck kind of looking people.
I get you.
And then you had the middle class people that kind of dressed a certain way. Then you had the yuppies, I guess is what I would say. I was friends across the board, man. So on your take of that right there, it is what you make out of it. If you want to be friends with any of these people, they're more than likely going to be friends with you. And look, if they don't, and you can't find nothing to do, you didn't need to do what they was doing anyways because they probably suck.
And not even as far as what to do, but, when people are talking about, we have a lack of this or, we should make this happen. You have to make the effort and get out there and do it yourself. I mean, I don't sit there and expect everybody to hand it to me. If I would like something, I have to work to make that happen. And I think as a community, we do that, but the last thing that popped up was about and I know they talked about it in, Chris and them did in their episode, was, about the flags downtown. That's not a big deal. I mean, I appreciate them being out and everything, but,
they're out today. I looked at them when I was coming here and thought about that episode.
It's just small things, and
it's amazing how something so small can stir up such a stink for people that literally will not lift a finger to do anything. I'm like Simmons said in that episode on Warren County Sports Store. By the way, if you ain't caught that show's on at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays. Great show. Look, I don't like sports. I mean, it ain't that I don't like sports. They start talking stuff that I don't know nothing about. But I promise
they're smart about it.
If you have not watched the Warren County Sports Store show, man, go watch it. It is awesome. Honestly, from a guy who does not follow sports, it is a really good show of three guys who just talk sensible stuff, and then they talk a little bit about sports.
And that's what's fun about it, because I can gain some knowledge from that. I also am not as invested in sports as you are, and
better word than I chose.
No,
invested in.
Listen, don't put yourself down, Chris.
I'm not Mike Beatty, die hard Tennessee Vols fan, but right. I do follow my Vols, as you can tell in my
absolutely.
My
we all. I mean, I
love
think
the
that's
Vols.
great. As long as it's not Alabama, I'm okay with it.
I can't help that Leslie Hayes is an Alabama fan, but in her defense, she was born and raised in Alabama.
You get a 100% pass if you're born there.
But if you're born in Tennessee and you pull for Alabama, you suck. I'm just going to call a spade a spade.
Oh, my.
I mean, it just is what it is.
Well, I will say, after my little rant there, that
is not Kell raising.
It's not. I told you it wasn't. I mean, I just would love for people to make more of an effort to get out there in the community, meet more people, whether it be through civic gatherings or organizations,
church gatherings,
church.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, speaking of that, church gatherings, over there behind Walgreens, beside of I'm showing my age, where Ponderosa used to be at.
Really?
Behind where Tasty Old Donuts, in front of Tasty Old Donuts, nobody knows where it's at.
Turn by the Red Dog, Chris,
yeah, you could turn
by
the Red Dog. Go down there by that oak tree where the dead possum's at.
That's right.
There's a big tent revival going on till the 23rd, I think, and I believe I read where it starts at 7 o'clock.
Good day.
And they have a different, best that I know, and I don't know a lot about it, best that I know, they have a different preacher like every night. They have every kind you can get into. I've seen a bunch. They had to move it from over there in the North Gate to the McMinnville. They used to have it on that big fireworks tent.
After the 4th.
Yep. Well, they tore that fireworks tent down yesterday and put it back up over there in McMinnville Place Shopping Center.
That always seemed a strange place to have a gathering to me anyway, just because of the noise of the bypass going through and everything. I'm like, man, they better have a good PA system. Oh.
So, since we're on that subject, I might as well touch on this subject. So, I met Mudbums a week ago, and sitting there fixing to eat, and Mike Grissom's there, and some other people, and we talk, and it's me and Alan Dodd, and we're talking about Ford and Chevy, and how good a Chevy is, and how bad a Ford is, and this, that, and the other. And they leave, and, it's ha-ha, friendly fire, And I move around to the other side of the table, and we're sitting there, and me and Dodd's waiting on our food to come out, and our food comes out, and I said, hey, man, you want prayer or you want me to? He said, you go ahead and say your prayer. So I said our prayer before we ate. And there's a guy sitting behind us, and he gets up, and he looks at me, and he says, hey, I didn't mean to intervene in y'all's conversation, but I just want you to know that if you want to get there, you can drive a Ford or a Chevy, but if you want to get there and back, you buy you a Dodge. And I went, well, I can tell you didn't come from an intelligent breed. And he laughed and this, that, and other. But you know what he said before he walked out the door?
What's that?
Was I really appreciate y'all praying before you ate.
Well, that's nice. I mean, for somebody just to, generalized comment.
Generalized comment.
Nothing got brought up as far as, can't believe you did this or why did you do that or whatever. Just say his personal appreciation for it and letting you know. I mean, that's nice.
Last Tuesday night, talked about Napa and Josh McCarver, which unfortunately is no longer working for Napa. He's working at Tri-Green, which could be a sponsor if you want to. And Josh talked about different things about the show. So I love your show, this, that, and other. And he said, one thing I love best about it, you didn't care to talk about the Lord.
Well, why would you?
And I said, well, Josh, I want to tell you something, and I'll tell this to the open community. And I believe me and Keaton's on the exact same subject, feelings about this. We're struggling Christians.
Absolutely.
In a world full of struggling people. You may see me drinking a beer as I eat my meal or doing this or doing that, but there's one thing that you will never see me do. The Lord started on me back several years ago, and when He asks me to do something, I do not ignore Him. Even though sometimes I'm in a group of people where I'm sitting around going, boys, I don't know how this is going to go over, and He goes, see. So I did. So I was out on a bus tour 2 years ago. There was an atheist out with me. Mm-hmm. And his mother passed away while we was out there. And his mother had been in bad health, and he was another bus driver. And I prayed for him. And he told me that's one of the nicest things that anybody had ever done for him. So my moral of that story is you never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. You never know where you can guide somebody in the right direction. Look, you may see me drinking a beer on Friday, Saturday night, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday for dinner, whatever. But I promise you, my heart is straight in the Lord. And like I said on that one, the last show is find God. That's all you got to do.
I'll say this to you, Chris. I think that's very big of you. And I when I say big of you, I remember, many years ago, and I'm no better. Don't let me come off sounding that way, but I remember when you would have really struggled saying that.
Oh, I would have never had this conversation on there. Never. Because I would have been afraid of how somebody would have perceived me, because I thought that you had to live a certain way before you announced that you was with Jesus and that you knew who your Lord and Savior was. That's kind of like owning a Ford and taking it to the shop if it ain't broke down, which never happens. It's always broke down.
Oh, man.
But, it's like you don't get fixed sitting in the driveway, man.
Right.
And until you're broke, you don't take it to a mechanic. So broke people, I heard one of the best stories. So Bernie's Bar and Grill used to be open out there on the strip where the Honda shop used to be at. Somebody said one night, said, if Jesus Christ come back tonight, do you think he would go to a church gathering or to this bar? And I said, well, I would think he'd go to church gathering. He said, why? And I went, why wouldn't he? And they said, because all them people are supposed to be where they're supposed to be at. He would come here and try to get more people to follow him. And
Right.
I went, wow.
Hey, that's I've heard that in so many sermons over the years, where, talking about the life of Jesus and what he did, who he was around.
Who he associates himself with.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, if you don't have a theological background or, have that in your history where you've learned it, that's a fact. I mean,
You know why I don't
he was like us. I mean,
You know why I don't argue politics or religion?
tell me, Chris.
Because I'm not smart enough in either one of them to argue anything about it.
Well, that's a great answer.
So I'm not going to argue what you believe versus what I believe because I just know I believe in the Lord.
Well, and you don't have to, believe the way everybody else does as long as you believe in your heart. And that's what gets me is the arguments that take place. Some of it is so petty to me. Whether it be politics or religion or a myriad of other subjects, I mean, people just pick out the smallest things to have a problem with.
I'll tell you something that happened to me. So I had a situation come up in my life, and there was a person that done me wrong. And I was saying something really bad about him. And the other night, I had told somebody this story, and I had said something the minute I got off the phone. The Lord went, "Don't say that again. Don't say that. You've said it enough. You're good." So today I was telling this story to somebody, and I started to say that word, and I said, "Sorry, I can't tell you that." And he said, "What?" And I said, "The Lord told me not to say it no more, so I can't." So the only thing you have to do is listen and obey.
You had a conscience about that.
I had a conscience.
That's great, though.
On that, Lord, I love you. You love the Lord?
Yes, sir.
We're going to go on to something else that bothers me that I need to pray about.
I don't know what kind of catchphrase we have for this
Whew.
one.
Handicap parkers.
Wait, truly handicapped parking
They
places?
deserve
I mean,
everything every parking spot they got.
Not in disagreement.
Y'all people that pull up in a handicapped parking spot and ain't handicapped with no placard to run in somewhere, you suck.
Does that still happen? I don't see that much.
I tell you what you do. You go over and sit in the parking lot at Northgate.
Yeah.
Right there in front of some of the businesses towards the far end. I ain't going to give them a plug.
Yeah.
Towards the far end. And you watch the amount of people that park in a handicap spot and run in. Now, I didn't say walk. I didn't say limp. I didn't say drag a leg. Get out their wheelchair. They run in to pick up something and run out. Go to Dollar General in Mount Leo and see.
Really?
Dollar General Mount Leo, I love you if you want to be a sponsor, but you got some parking people over there that, boy, I hate to keep using that word, but suck.
And I remember that being a thing at the Kroger parking lot years ago. And, their parking was limited for as much business as they did. And
But it still don't give you a right.
No, I mean, not at all. There's no excuse for that. And they're like, oh, nobody ever parks there. Well, just maybe while you're there, they haven't so far, but they will.
But what if, while you're sitting there, that my mother pulled up with her grandson, and she needed to get out and go in, but yet they have to pump in the back of the park. I'm telling you, probably my biggest pet peeve in anywhere is somebody parking in a handicapped spot that does not deserve it.
Yeah, and that's just that, and the leaving your carts in the parking lot.
Oh, have you ever watched that cart narc?
No,
dude. There's a guy that's like in this town, and he has a magnetic sticker that he'll throw in your car. But what he'll do is like if you leave your cart and he catches it, he'll put it behind your car so you can't move, and you have to get out and move it. And then he'll roll it back up there, and he gets in the office arguments. People chase him across the parking lot, and he'll turn around and go, "As much time as you spent right now, you could put the cart up."
Well, I agree with that. It's just that there's so much damage has happened over the years from stuff like that, and it's just laziness. I mean,
well, the same people that do that will also be the one that gripes when they pull in and go, "I can't park here because there's a shopping cart in my parking spot."
Wait, we're in Warren County. That's a buggy.
That's a buggy. It is a buggy. Speaking of Warren County, you was talking about earlier about, man, let's talk about how great our town is, honestly.
I love it. I mean, I know it's not perfect. I said that to Mr. Winton earlier, but it's one of those things that it's what you make of it. And
yeah, but when you say it ain't perfect,
well,
there
nowhere
is no town anywhere that is perfect.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying about, people that complain about things, in our town or how they work. You can make the change. I mean, that's you. And it takes effort. And we have so much to offer. We have so many great people. Yes. Do we have problems? Sure. But go anywhere and stay there for a long time or any length of time. You'll find the problems.
You know what you don't wake up to every morning here?
What's that?
You don't wake up to a shooting.
No.
You don't wake up to a carjacking.
Right.
Does it happen occasionally? Yes.
Sure.
But these same people that wake up and get on the chatter or the Facebook or whatever and gripe about it, do you watch like any news in the morning of Nashville?
I work.
And look, Nashville's a great town. I'm not saying it, but they're the difference in you saying, "Oh, we don't have nothing," to "Oh, we have a lot." Well, when you get a lot more, you get a lot more of everything.
I work in Chattanooga, and being exposed to a lot of Chattanooga news and residents I work with regularly every day. I mean, it's wild what goes on. I drive, and I'm not, like I said, like you said about Nashville. I'm not putting Chattanooga down or Nashville. The thing about it is, put a large group of people together, things will happen. The more people, the more things will happen. I mean, it's human nature. I mean, one bad apple spoils the bunch type situation. I mean, when you've got a big old basket and several bad apples.
Look at me and Brent and Matthew. I mean, I'm the bad apple. I mean, Matthew's born 24, 5, 6, 7, whatever, 30 years later than me, and he bumped right into number one position.
Well, I mean, he's an exceptional young man.
He is an exceptional young man, but Dad could still call me the number 2 because Brent's no longer with us. But, I mean, I am number 2. I got bumped. I was number 1 only when I was the only person on the earth.
Who does number 2 work for?
It works for me.
Hey,
yeah, I got bumped just like that.
And I will say this. Your little brother, the older he gets, the more he looks like your father. It's uncanny. And you did not fall into that.
I'm the mailman's kid, man. What are you talking about?
Evidently, but
Dad disclaimed me.
Yeah, it's awesome. Man.
He's like, I'm gonna take you in. Awesome? Is it awesome?
It's awesome.
Oh, bringing awesome back. It's kind of like bringing sexy back. That ought to be your theme song when it kicks over to you. Connor, you ought to redo the words to bringing sexy back and put bringing awesome back.
No, and I'll tell you why. Because you have an awesome intro to this program right here with our local band, the Porch Jackers. Let me tell you, it's hard to beat those guys, man. Mr. Tim,
only you and Rob Nunley would have knew who that was.
But how could you not know? They're from here. They're our people.
I don't have a clue who that is.
Well, all right. Go right now. Search them out. Connor, where can they find Porch Jackers music?
I believe on Spotify, on Apple Music, on YouTube. We even shot a video out there at the Superama.
It's everywhere.
So
go listen to the Porch Jackers.
Speaking of Spotify, dog, look here what I found out coming in today.
What?
Back It Up Terry is on Spotify.
Oh no,
You
he's
can
going
go
global.
to Spotify and Google, search Back It Up Terry, and right there we are.
Did you ever think you'd be in a situation like this?
That I would be on Spotify?
Or even
Dude, this
doing this?
This started as a joke. Seriously. Sullins called me and told me what he was doing. I said, look, if you make this happen, I want a show. He said, done. And I thought he was. And then weeks comes and he goes, look, Back It Up Terry's ready. They're ready for you. Are you coming? I went, let's do it.
Hey, though, what I'm getting at, think about where you come from. What did you start? I mean, I knew you for years. You were a excellent mechanic. You could drive. You drove trucks all the time. You've been on the peripherals of the music industry for years and years, whether it be running sound and setting stuff up for the Glide, or driving tour buses for all kinds of artists. And me, as your friend, I would have never pictured you sitting behind a microphone, just, shooting from the hip and coming up with whatever. It's not that you can't do it. It just seems out of character. You've had a real metamorphosis there, brother.
Boy, there's some of that more caviar and wine words on a beer and cracker budget. Metamorphosis.
Hey, speaking
I can't even pronounce that word. What are you talking about?
Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
We'll look it up later. Now,
like that's going to help me any.
That reminded me of something. When we were younger, what did we do for fun? A large portion of the time, we went to the mountain.
Oh, Lord. I spent more time. I got more miles logged in the mountain most people have on the road.
We took Jeeps. We took old trucks. I mean, everything. And that was a pastime. That doesn't happen anymore. One, from lack of property, and the other from fact nobody can really work on anything much anymore. And I always thought that there were a couple of people in my life, I always said, if I'm in the mountain or in the woods somewhere and I get broke down, I'd like to have Chris Terry with me, because we're going to get out of there somewhere or another. I mean, I've seen you lay in mud holes, pulling drive shafts and putting in U-joints, and you've done everything in the woods. And then there was an older gentleman that I used to work for at Cumberland Caverns. His name was Lewis Lehman, and he could fix anything on an old Jeep or truck with some baling wire, some needle nose pliers, and a piece of duct tape. I guarantee you'd get out of the woods. We were going to ratchet strap on a tire one time to get home. I mean, it's crazy the stuff that happens. And it was so informative. I learned so much. Not that I'm a good mechanic, but I like to think I was an okay get out of the woods mechanic. But you guys were great. And that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, I can tell you kind of how that come to me. It ain't kind of how it happened. It's exactly how it happened. My mom and dad got divorced when I was 9.
Yeah.
And my dad was poor. Me and Brent wasn't poor. My older brother.
He took care of y'all.
We wasn't poor. We never knew that we was poor. But my daddy, if he needed something, he built it. And we were by his side the whole time, watching what he built or how he built it or this, that, and other. So when we was farming, we used to farm 800 acres, and if something broke down, we tore it down. There wasn't no such thing as, hey, take it to the shop, hey, do this. We worked on it. We put a matter of fact, where Studio 605's at, we bought a old concrete truck from here.
Yeah.
B61 Mac, 20-speed Maxidine, and in a grass field, drove up on some metal racks. We pulled that transmission out when I couldn't have been 12, 13-year-old
Gotta learn
on
young.
plywood and put this transmission in.
And you got it.
And if y'all know what a 20-speed Maxidine is, it has 2 shifters. You split each gear, and at one point in time, you have to reach your arm through the steering wheel to do both of them at the same time. So you had to be a talented person and drive one of them. And my daddy, my hat's off to him. Hats off to the Lord when I say this, that my dad give me enough time with him that I could tell him thank you for the person that he was and apologize for the crapper head that I was. Because I did not respect him for a long time. Just not that I didn't like respect him. I didn't know how important.
Well, do we ever
No.
in youth? I know I didn't. I hated going to work with my dad, which I did every day. Hated doing construction and carpentry and masonry and all the things we did. I said, I will never do that. That's the worst thing in the world. And guess what?
Still doing
That's what I
today,
wound
ain't
up
you?
being good at. I mean, you know why? Because of the lessons we learned then.
Got any Trent Kell stories you want to talk about?
No, no, I don't have any.
No, they went over real good last week. So most people know Trent Kell as a ministry guy, a carpenter, block layer, bricklayer. Man, if y'all ever get the chance to go up, what's it called on the mountain up there that Jimmy Yates has got?
Oh, Hard Times.
Hard Times USA.
Yeah.
If Jimmy would ever give you the permission to walk into his house and see the fireplace of these little bitty flat rocks that Trent laid, and Jimmy told Trent, said, hey, I want this fireplace laid like this, and Trent said, do you know how long that's going to take? And he said, did I ask? That's what I want. And I bet there's, what would you guess, 10,000 little rocks in that fireplace?
I wouldn't begin to venture a guess.
It's a bunch.
I know I carried a lot of them up the scaffold.
There you go. But being that your daddy's a masonry, a carpenter, a ministry guy, a great father, a great mentor to many people, did he venture off with a ponytail or at any point in time and like do anything wild?
No ponytail.
No ponytail.
His hair's curly. It's curlier than mine, and I do remember, like, vaguely, because I don't have personal memories of it, but I do have the pictures of when he had, like, the blonde afro. That was really
blonde
good.
afro.
Well, it wasn't huge, but it definitely was a blonde afro.
So in these pictures when he had this blonde afro, was there anything else specific that he might have had during them days?
Probably a headache. I was a young kid.
So I'm going to have to pull this out of you, ain't I?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did your daddy ever have any motorcycles?
Oh,
of
he
any
kept
kind?
motorcycles my whole life.
What kind of motorcycles did he have back then?
He liked Harleys and Triumphs, and generally they were Sportster choppers.
These choppers, I've seen pictures of them.
But
I'm talking about some stretched out.
And he never had those, though, as far as... My dad was all about making, an extra dollar. And so he liked 1951 Chevrolet pickup trucks, 5-window cabs.
What did he like 1951 models for?
That's the year he was born. And he liked choppers, but he liked to work on them. And then he would work on them. He'd ride them a little bit. Somebody else would want it worse than he did, and he'd sell it and start another one. He'd come up with something else. But
So he had this 168 Triumph.
that was a 69 Triumph, I believe, and it was pink. It was hot pink. It had a big old rake on it. I'd ride the thing with him. We'd go up to Spencer.
I'm going to put you on the spot. You know where this is going.
I'm telling you this, what I know right now. He would take that. We'd go to Spencer on Highway 30, and Highway 30 back then was narrower than it is now. Curves a little bit tighter. Couldn't make some of those 90s in that thing. Had to roll back down and hit it again. One specific memory I had about that, and now this one will never leave me. It was cold one morning, and we rode it down to the barn from where we lived, and he had to go feed horses, and we got off. He set me off of it and everything, and I would have never thought of this, but as he starts walking towards the barn, he pointed at the muffler, big old pipe on that thing coming up. He said, "That's hot. Don't touch that." And he had no more than turned back, and I laid my whole hand. I cooked every bit of hide off my hand, and it was the print on that chrome of that muffler. And I think I got whipped on top of that for not minding.
So this motorcycle you're talking about, Trent did not build it. He bought it with the paint scheme.
That thing was pearl pink with a skull on the side of it.
What did it say on it? What was the name?
It said 69 Triumph.
You know where I'm going. What about the one
That's a whole different motorcycle.
Well, let's talk about
I don't
that
need to
motorcycle.
talk about.
We need to talk about that
Oh,
motorcycle.
well, you can just talk about it by yourself then. Connor, straighten him out for me.
Now, Kale,
Don't
we're
kill
going to
me.
do some Kale racing
Terry,
right here.
I'm about to
internet wants
raise
to
it on
know.
you. No, we're good.
Oh, you know the
Hey.
question board's going to like.
They can question all they want to. Curiosity did kill the cat. And hey, let me just tell you something, Chris. Remember this about me. Hard no is a hard no.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to pull this out of people, and y'all are going to have to, like, tune in for another episode at some point in time that Keaton gives up the name of that motorcycle.
That one was a 69 Triumph. I have a picture of it. I have a picture of
Yeah,
me
but
on it.
I'm talking about the one that had the...
I didn't even talk about that motorcycle.
We'll talk about it.
No, I said I didn't even talk about it. That means I won't. Hard no is a hard no. He is one, Chris, you can let everybody out there know. When I say no, I mean no, don't I?
There's three people in my life. Tim Kentner, a great friend of mine at
Love
the lake.
Tim, yeah.
Keaton Kell. And Tommy Jarrett, another great friend of mine at the lake. When they tell you no, they're not like me, by George. You might can convince me into doing
We
something.
talk you into anything.
But when they tell you no, it's a no. But, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you this. This will be not the first time, nor the only time that motorcycle is brought up. Because he told the name of it before we come on air. And me and Connor and Simmons and Tim, we all had a pretty good chuckle about it, and I think it would get us a good sponsorship.
It's not. It's not going to. That will never get you a sponsorship.
Do I need to bring the hammer down?
What are you doing with that hammer?
I don't know. It was laying on the table. We left it here. It's like this make-believe. This reminds me of that. What's that? What's a Wii? No, is it a Wii? Is that what it is, Connor?
Yeah, the Wii.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
They got that strap on that Wii, and I tell you a funny story.
That's a
I don't know
grown
why
fidget spinner.
I don't know why
is.
that brought this up, but so I'm telling Landon, my son, when that Wii first come out, I said, make sure to put that strap on there. I said, you'll be doing this, trying to throw that bowling ball or this, that, and other, and you'll fling it.
Did he?
No, I did.
Oh.
I didn't have a strap on. Slung it pump bar like knock the TV off, you know. I'd like to know how many TVs were broke because of one of them. But I don't know why the Wii didn't make it for. Did you ever play one?
Yeah, my son had one.
Dude, they was like the coolest thing, was it not, Connor?
Yeah, that's the console that I used a lot. But Xbox and I think PlayStation also came out with like a movement type thing.
Oh, okay.
And Nintendo wasn't able to keep up with sales.
Well, I'm telling you, you could play virtual. I guess it's called virtual. Is that what it's called? Virtual baseball with it?
Like live motion.
Yeah.
Right?
You could bowl.
We had a fishing game.
We
I
had a
remember
whole
that one.
dude. We had a whole bowling tournament at my house one night. We had to open the front door. We was all sweating. Air conditioner running on high. And look, people, we were sober. And the bowling tournament just broke out in the middle of nothing.
You never know when one of those will pop
No.
up. Oh,
So what's the name of that motorcycle?
I'll tell you something I just remembered. Has nothing to do with that. I thought of something I want you to tell us, Chris.
What's that?
I would like a
According to you,
retelling.
I have the option of just not telling it.
Well, no, that's my option. I don't host this show. I'm a guest, see.
Okay.
Now, I would like for you, because I haven't heard this in a long time.
Oh,
And I told you I was going to hit you with something.
All right.
And it's an easy one, but I got to thinking about playing tricks. And that's something I don't see a whole lot. We used to prank each
Oh, I
other,
know
all
where
of
this
us.
is going.
And I would really love for you to retell us as a group the story of the greatest prank ever performed.
What did your wife call it?
I don't know what she called it.
Oh, she called it like vindictive, or
It
was some $8 word.
It was amazing, though. And I would love for folks that haven't heard that story to hear that, because the effort involved with this was superhuman. You really went all out. Spent some money at it, a whole lot of time.
You'd be amazed at how much little bit of money that actually cost.
Yeah, but it wasn't free. You and the hours of labor.
No, the hours are
So
labor.
would you please just clue everybody in on that? Because I love it so much.
So
It'll never
I
be
don't,
topped.
I don't remember what year it was. Probably 5 years ago, I guess, something like that.
If not more.
Could have been more than that. Probably, I know how. No, it was way more than that. I've been dating Monica for five
I was about to
years.
say.
So probably 8 or so years ago.
Yeah.
I come home, and there's an envelope taped to my door, and I open it up, and there is a picture in it, and it's a picture of my dog. No, it's a picture of a sign that's in my yard. The sign
Yes.
is not there. There's a picture of the sign that they have taken and put on my door that it says, "I'm not running for nothing. I'm just an a-hole who wanted a sign in his yard." And I went, "Oh, well, y'all some funny son gun, thank you."
Now pause, because if I remember correctly, because I knew nothing about this, but you took that picture and you put it on Facebook and you blasted every one of your friends.
Every person on Facebook that you are assumed guilty
Yes.
until proven innocent.
That was it. And I'm going, what's this all about? I mean,
And I tagged 100 people.
it was a lot.
And so rock on a couple of days, and I come home, and there is another picture with the sign in a different position in my yard. And this went on and on until I put cameras up to catch the person.
Did you
And
ever let anybody know you were putting the cameras up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Had somebody help me put the cameras up.
All right.
And they helped put the cameras up. And at that point in time, they stopped.
Process of elimination now.
My brain wasn't smart enough to figure that out. But they were smarter than what I give them credit for. Then I would go to Depot Bottom Country Store down in Depot Bottom, where you can get your breakfast and dinner, meat and three, whatever you want, in case you want to be a sponsor. Check it out down at Depot Bottom. Everything's better at
Depot
the bottom. I walked in there one morning and they said, "Here, this come in the mail for you." And I opened it up, and here's another picture with my dog laying on its back with the sign propped up beside it. Then I go to Burt's Supply to get some supplies a few days later, and they hand me an envelope. And I go down at Custom Vinyl Signs, where all your sign needs, banners, brochures, T-shirts, hats, embroidery. Custom Vinyl Signs, 2329 Faulkner Springs Road, phone number 931-668-3372. Would love to have you on the show as a sponsor down there at Custom Vinyl Signs. Hand me an envelope. Another picture. I have not a clue. At this point in time, I'm starting to get a little irked. I'm like,
more than that.
Who is doing this? Rose Christmas time around, Connor. And Barry and Mandy Mix are at my house because Barry lives up the street from me, and we're having our Christmas family breakfast. And they give me a gift-wrapped thing about yay big. And it is the sign wrapped up in a picture frame. And I laugh, and I think, oh, y'all some funny son of guns. And then I read in the corner, and it's at this point in time I figured out who was doing it, and it was Mandy, Barry's lovely wife.
Ta-da.
That said, best joke I've ever pulled. Wanted to back out, but they wouldn't let me. Merry Christmas.
And she did not know what was on the horizon at that point.
At that point in time, my brain went into overdrive. About a week or so later, Mandy says, "Hey, me and Barry are going on a cruise, and I have nobody that can watch Jay and get him back and forth to school. Would you care to watch Jay while we're on this cruise and make sure he gets back for school?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, no problem." Big Lots, which is no longer in town, sells wrapping paper after Christmas for 25 cents a roll. I bought 100 rolls of wrapping paper. I bought blue tape, and when she left on her cruise, I hurled up a posse of people, and we went to her house, and we gift wrapped the entire inside of this house. Now, Connor, you can go to my Facebook page if you want to and find some pictures.
It's epic. It is epic.
We took down, so we had 2 8-foot folding tables, and we took the pictures off the wall. I would take the pictures down. They would wrap the pictures. I'd wrap the wall. We'd poke the thing back through, hang the pictures back up. We wrapped
the carpet.
We wrapped the carpet, the chairs, bananas. We took DVDs and pulled the DVDs out, wrapped them, put them back in the case, wrapped the case, and I stick stuff back in the back of a closet. Now, I didn't invade her privacy. I want y'all to understand that.
Yeah.
But we literally wrapped the oven elements. You name it.
That is so amazing. I mean, that is amazing. The effort involved in that.
Absolutely name what we wrapped. It was everything in the house.
Oh my goodness!
Except for the gun case and the fire and the fireplace.
She took a video when she got back home.
She couldn't breathe,
and I thought she was about to have a conniption fit.
Oh, she was about to have a panic attack. And the funniest thing about the video is when she's walking down the hallway, you hear it go.
Yes.
And she flips the light on in darkness. She goes, "It's Christmas in Lucky."
And it was. Oh my!
And there's one picture of me that said, "I never dreamed I could grow up to be as big a-hole, but here I am killing it."
I tell you though, how long did it take you and your crew?
The first day, we 8 of us worked 12 hours.
That is
8 of us, 12 hours.
Effort. That is a crazy amount of effort.
And then there was some other people that stepped in after that and helped wrap the kitchen and stuff. Because I want to tell you, about 4 hours into it, I was like, oh, God, did I make the right decision?
You did. You did. That's going to live on in infamy from now on, man.
But I don't play fair. I don't do stuff like normal people would do.
Now, you play to win, is what
I play to win.
You really have a hugely competitive
spirit. I asked
spirit.
Mandy if we was good and even. She said, "Just wait." And I said, "Honey, I'll jack your house up and turn around and face the other direction. Don't play with me." I mean,
and you had the means too.
I had the means. I was going to take her door and make it open the opposite way so she couldn't get in her house, but I decided not to.
Yeah, well. It seems like a threat. I mean, but it's not. It's one of those
I'm not.
Things
it's all in. It's all in love and war. But I promise you, I love a good practical joke.
I
love them. But when I get hit with one, I don't come back next week. I lay and think about what I'm going to do.
Katie barred the door.
And when I do it, I usually put the nail in the coffin.
I love it. One of my favorite pranks I ever played. I had this supervisor a long time ago that I worked for, and he could quite possibly be one of the laziest humans that ever walked the face of the earth. And he would park his truck right in the door of the office, and every afternoon when we'd come in, he'd be like, "Hey, we need to load this up, and we need to get this truck put over here, and we got to put sand and gravel and plywood." And he'd give us a whole list of stuff, and he'd start walking out there with us, and he'd say, "Oh, wait, I got to make a phone call." And he'd go in that office and disappear until we got everything done. And it was 15 minutes before quitting time most of the time. Well, one day, he had parked that truck right there, and there was a whole lot, it was raining that afternoon, so a whole lot of people were around there. And I had been stewing on him leaving us to do all that stuff all those times. And when he parked that truck right there, I'm like, all right, he's gone. And we had a pile of asphalt milling out in the back of our lot, probably 200 feet long, 150, 200 feet wide, and a good 18 feet tall. Huge pile of milling. And where they had been pushing it up there, had a ramp, where they was pushing it up there with the dozer and the loader. Well, I got his truck where he'd left his keys in it, and I drove it up on top of that pile of milling. And then I waited until there was some dump trucks and stuff coming through, and I took the loader and I knocked that ramp out. And I mean completely knocked it out. And then I parked the loader and took the keys out of it and just put them underneath the seat so that they weren't in it. and run down there and got my truck. And we was all laughing. I mean, the 4 or 5 that were watching. And we waited for that bell to ring. And we was all gone. Well, we found out the next day he chewed every one of us out. He couldn't pinpoint who did it. He knew it was me, but he couldn't say for sure. And I never admitted it, but he worked like 3 hours having to build him a ramp back to get his truck back down. And I thought that was a pretty good trick. I mean,
some people you just don't joke with, man.
no, well, I mean, I'd been laying for that one. I didn't put as much thought into it as yours, but I'd been waiting for something like that. Give me an opportunity. And then, hey, you know, some people, they're just running down the road at 30 miles an hour, and somebody else runs up on them at 50 and pushes them.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When we done that when we was kids, it wasn't no big deal. When I done that to you in our 50s, we got airbags.
He hit me. I was probably driving 30 miles an hour, and he came up behind me at between 45 and 50 and hit me, and my tires barked. It pushed me forward so much faster than what they were actually running. And of course I jumped, bounced, and we were talking on the phone.
We was.
And you
and we're laughing. And then I looked down at the steering wheel and read the word airbag, and I went, "Oh crap, Keaton. These things got airbags now." He said, "I would have peed my pants if I'd looked back there and seen white dust and you all blistered up."
All I could think about is you having your hand and something going, poof, and you and I would have stopped the vehicle, got out, and horse laughed at you. You know
wouldn't
that.
even asked if I was all right first.
No, I wouldn't have, because it's hilarious. I mean, that was a great move, brother. You did good. I mean,
I did. I weighed
that.
up the trailer hitch, whether my bumper would clear it, how much damage it was going to do. And at one point in time, I went, I don't care.
Yeah, we're not driving on square bodies anymore, so at least not that way.
Not that way. We are driving old vehicles, just not square bodies.
That's correct.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap up this week's show unless you got something else you want to talk about. No, I do have one last thing.
Okay.
One last quick thing. Look both ways before you cross the street, people. You're stupid if you walk out and just think a car's going to stop. I know it says pedestrians have the right of way, but...
Did that happen to you today?
No, but I watch people. I go to Mud Bums regularly. Mud Bums want to be a sponsor of the great Back It Up Terry show. I go to Mud Bums regularly, and I pull up there, and then people are flying through that parking lot. And people just walk out there wherever they want to, and I'll give Northgate Plaza Shopping Center an idea. Put bigger speed bumps in it. That'll way them idiots. Put one in there like O'Reilly Auto Parts, home of the best parts. Well, wait, I got Napa.
You have a Napa hat
I have
here.
a Napa hat. I better quit.
They can coexist.
Home of the coexistent auto parts store in McMinnville. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Some of the best people you ever meet in town. If y'all want to be a sponsor of the show. O'Reilly's has speed bumps out there that will flat knock the oil pan out from your car.
They're large. Over to
Try
the side.
some of them over at the Plaza.
Hey,
or Northgate Shopping Center, whatever it's called.
You just reminded me, talking about people walking out in front of you. You remember on your last episode, you talked about a small altercation with a driver there downtown McMinnville, right there at the library intersection.
Yeah.
Today, I was sitting in the left lane.
Same thing happened to you?
At the red light, and as we got the green, the person beside me went straight through and cut me right off, and we did not have words. He didn't roll his window down.
Did you blow the horn at him?
I did blow my horn at him.
He was probably having a good day.
And I think it scared him. I don't think that person knew, but
I don't think this person knew either. He just wanted to show out in front of his wife. And it didn't work out well for him.
And I wasn't blowing the horn to be angry, but I didn't want to get run over. And I was like, I had my brakes on, so. But
be careful uptown, people. You can either run over one of them bollards. You can get run over by somebody else who's not in the right lane. But we sure enjoy it.
I did.
Keaton,
and thanks again for having me on.
You coming back another time sometime?
I absolutely will, but let's not make this every time. People's going to get tired of this.
Well, they might do, but people are going to be interested to hear what the name of that motorcycle was.
Hey, you know what they won't get tired of, though? A fabulous local Warren County band called the Porch Jackers. You guys should check them out. We are playing their music on this show. So Need to check them out. Those guys are awesome. You're going to love it.
So, but look here, people. We're still looking for sponsors here on the Back It Up Terry Show. Numbers don't lie. Go look at our numbers. We're doing good numbers here. People, I won't say people love me. People love this station. I don't know. Right here from Studio 605, Back It Up Terry. Third episode. We're gonna do. Oh, by the way, I got something to tell you.
Oh.
We were not live. But I'll be answering comments in the section out on the road. I'll be in Seattle when this is broadcast. Keaton might be at home eating dinner. I don't know. But it was not live. But Connor's making it look like it. Right here from Studio 605. Back It Up, Terry. See you next week live with a very special guest. Be sure and tune in.
Bag up, bag up. Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord. Lord,